Hey everybody, Yankee here. I apologize for my voice. It's almost back to normal, but not quite. But I wanted to come at everyone here with some information on Gary. If you haven't been paying attention, Gary the Glock is no more. He is now deceased, no longer with us, however you want to say it. And a lot of people have been wondering what happened. Some people have even been blaming me. They're saying that either I killed him or I sold him and I'm just trying to cover it up. Well, first off, I would never sell Gary. I don't pawn off my defective firearms on other people. Plus, he got himself emancipated years ago, so I don't even have that ability if I wanted to. So I had no doing in Gary's demise. But, I knew people were going to suspect me, so I had to figure out what happened. Well, I originally noticed Gary hadn't come home for a couple of days. When I originally noticed him missing. Usually he'll disappear for a day or two, but he eventually comes back and sleeps it off. Well, it had been a few days, hadn't seen him. So I started thinking, wow, maybe something bad happened to Gary. He does tend to get himself into some sticky situations. So I started thinking, well, last time I saw him was a few nights ago, and he was, as usual, bitching about the wildlife outside. He does a thing against the possums and the raccoons, especially the possums. Doesn't like them. He's always mumbling about how they're stealing our stuff. And by that, I think he means the apple cores I throw out there for them to eat. But he doesn't like it. So he does not like the possums, the raccoons, the squirrels. You should hear what he calls the squirrels. I'm not going to repeat it. But I started thinking, well, maybe something happened. Maybe he went out after some, got lost or whatever. At this point, I didn't know what had happened to him. So I started checking all my security cameras, and I didn't see anything. But then I remembered, well, Gary knows where the cameras are. He knows how to avoid them. He knows how to go through the crawl space and through the bushes in certain places and avoid all the cameras. But, there's some trail cams down lower in the yard where I don't think he knows about those. So I started checking the trail cam pics. And turns out about the night that I would assume was the first night he was missing, I did get some pictures on the trail cam. The first one I saw on our lower trail cam down by the greenhouse going down to my shooting range was of a family of possums just walking through. I didn't really think much of that. That happens all the time. But then I checked, a couple of seconds later on the same camera, and there's a picture of what appears to be Gary hastily making his way through with what appears to be my World Series commemorative mini bat in pursuit of the possums. Now, this was a trail cam, so I don't have any video, and there's nothing really beyond that because it's just a big steep drop off and some, a trail down to my shooting range. So no video existed. But I thought, well, now I kind of know where something went down. So I went down there and looked around, and I found signs of a struggle, and I found this, a badly chewed up trigger, which appears to be all that's left of Gary. This little trigger shoe here. This was laying on the ground. It was covered in what appeared to be possum saliva, rim oil, and maybe a little blood. So I thought, well, I got to figure out what happened. And this is above my pay grade, figuring this out. So I sent all the evidence I had to a crime scene reconstruction forensic group in Cincinnati, Ohio. And I sent them this with all the DNA evidence. I sent them the pictures. I sent them everything I knew, everything I thought that had happened, pictures of the crime scene in detail so they could try to piece together what happened. And now, thousands of dollars later, and some of the best CGI money can buy, and some experts really putting the time in to put together a picture of what happened, I think we finally have some conclusive evidence of the last hours of Gary, and I'm going to show that to you here now. All right, everybody, as you can see there, that is, I guess, tragic, but you can also see that I had nothing to do with it. This was all Gary's fault. He allowed his muzzle to write a check his magazine couldn't cash, and he paid the price. Now, a lot of people would say if I had allowed him to have live ammo, this would never have happened, but if I allowed him to have live ammo, I wouldn't be here right now making this video, so I do not accept that as a criticism. This is all on Gary. He brought about his own demise. Now, as far as a memorial service or funeral services, I'll let everybody know about that later. I just got his parts back, like I said, from the forensic company. So I'll let everyone know about that after I figure out what I'm going to do. But for now, I just want to let everyone see that Gary's last days, his last minutes on this earth, were an event of his own doing. He brought about his own demise because of his bad temper and his inability to deal with things in a mature way. So that there is how Gary met his demise. Hey everybody, Yankee here. Just wanting to remind everyone, if you want to support this channel and the programs that we sponsor, or you just want some official Yankee Marshal Posse merchandise, you can go over to tympistolproject.com, and there is a wide selection of merchandise over there. Pick yourself out something, buy yourself something nice. Anytime you buy a t-shirt, you get 2 entries into this month's friend drawing. You buy any other item, you get 1 entry into this month's friend drawing, and all profits go to the Pets and Vets Fund that we support. So go on over, get yourself some merch, help save an animal in need, and maybe win a prize. Hey everyone, Yankee here. You know, in my videos, we often cover some complicated subjects with a lot of gray area. So if you would like to further discuss anything said in my videos, please join us in one of my live chats. Live chats are held most days at 6 p.m. Pacific time, except for Monday and Wednesday when they are at 5 p.m. Pacific. There is a clickable link to the live chats in the upper right-hand corner of this video. If you disagree with anything I've said in a video, feel free to participate in Spank the Yank. You can come on the live discussion panel and let me know face to face how I was wrong.